We have thus brought about a mystical vision of reality, where being is the ground of existence, where being is one, absolute, and infinite, and where existence is multiplex, relative, and finite. The oneness of being and the multiplicity of existence was often expressed in the ancient symbolism of the circle, where being was pictured as the center, irradiating infinitely outwards in the rays of existence. And thus, in Neoplatonic philosophy, God, or the Absolute, was pictured as a circle, the center of which was everywhere, and the circumference nowhere. That is, being is in the center of every existent thing, because it is its inward reality. But the circumference of being is nowhere because it is unbounded. Being is the infinitude which circles and comprehends every finite structure, yet which is the inward reality of it all. Perhaps the most potent language in which to articulate this vision of being and existence is that of absoluity and relativity. Now, being is al-wujūd al-mutlaq. It is absolute wujūd. It is the absoluity of itself. Now, the word mutlaq literally means that which is released from all relationality. Existence is al-wujūd al-muqayyad, where muqayyad literally means bound or captured. Being is this ground, and existence consists of the shapes and forms in which this ground flares forth and manifests itself in. Existence are bits of being captured and structured and trapped into particular things, whereas being is the absoluity which defies all delimitation and all particularity. Existence is the structure in which being manifests itself. And we might speak more of the significance of these words for absoluity and relativity. The word for absoluity, itlaq, occurs on the pattern if'al, which is shared by this concept of ijmal, which is totality. Being in its absoluity is the absorption of the parts of existence in the whole of the oneness of being. Being is where singularity predominates over multiplicity. The relativity of existence, on the other hand, occurs on the pattern taf'il, which is shared by the word tafsil, which is differentiation. Existence is for the parts to flare out from this unitive whole of being. Existence is where multiplicity predominates over singularity. And now, since existence is relative, as we said muqayyad, it is an infinitesimal flutter of the infinite being, captured into a finite aspect, bound in relationality. It is the work of the intellect, which delimits being, which cuts it up into pieces, and traps its infinity into these finite articulations, which we call existent things. Being itself is the absolute, al-wujūd al-mutlaq. It is literally that which has been released from all relationality, and that which precedes the work of the intellect. But being released from all relationality, being free therefrom, being is therefore ungraspable, it is inconceivable, it is unbounded, non-delimited, and utterly infinite and unknowable. It is for that reason that we call being the abysmal darkness and the soundless deep, and where existence is the light of manifestation, being come forth into the conceivable and experiential forms of our consciousness. I therefore end this video with this table of concepts, where we have different words for one and the same thing, and different articulations of this same mystical philosophy. Being, or the ground of being, is pure consciousness, whereas existence are the relational structures of consciousness, where consciousness becomes polarized in intentionality, and consciousness becomes consciousness of something, suffering subject-object relational structures. Being is the absolute, existence is the relative. Being is the infinite, and existence finite things. Being is the one, and existence the many. Being is God. and existence is the world.